Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is Miss V. How is everyone doing today? I'm coming forth today to do the July mini forecast reading for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. How is everyone doing today? Before I get started here, first and foremost, I would like to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. If you have not subscribed, please click the bell so that way you can receive notifications of when my videos upload. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the comments. It is greatly appreciated. Okay. If you're ever interested in a more personal reading with me, you can always go to www.spiritualvibrations.org. I do over 25 different types of readings. I'm also selling some Heavenly Bath products, so please feel free to also take a look at that online, okay? So again, this is for my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the month of July. I'm doing things a little bit different than I did them last month, okay? You still will receive some insight pertaining to general messages, love, as well as guidance for the month of July. And so with that being said, we are going to get started. Let me see if there's any other announcements that I need to make to my fire signs. I think that's it, guys. So with that being said, we're going to get started with your reading, okay? We're going to start off with general messages first, okay? So I'm going to take this deck here, and we're going to see what cards came out. So for my fire signs, for the month of July, the first card that you have is the sacral chakra, okay? So first and foremost, your sacral chakra is located right below your belly button and right above your pelvic bone. This talks about your emotions, your desires, your creativity, or your sexuality. Okay. Now, for some, in the month of July, there could be a lack in this area. Okay. Meaning that some could feel very emotional in the month of July. Some could kind of lose their sense of creativity as well. Now, for some of my females as well, when we do have sacral chakra, not all the time, but sometimes we as women experience issues with our cycles or actually issues with fertility as well. Okay, so I do feel, because this is kind of general at this particular time, I do have some clarifying messages. It is acknowledging for my fire signs that your sacral chakra is going to be a focus for the month of July. Again, I'm feeling heavily to say your emotions, again, your desires, your creativity. Or this could also be a situation where someone's sacral chakra is not going to actually have a lack, okay? But let's kind of see what the clarifying messages are. But this is the highlight for my fire signs of the month of July. So focus on that, okay? Now, we actually had 3 clarifying messages that came out for the sacral chakra. Let's first start with the Wheel of Fortune here, okay? So with the Wheel of Fortune for my fire signs, this does talk about luck. This does talk about ending a cycle and beginning something new. This talks about success as well, moving in the right direction. Okay. Now, let me see here. For some, you may have been going through a difficult period. In the June, or maybe towards the end of June, you may have been experiencing some difficulties, but it is acknowledging that the energy is getting ready to change, okay? The Wheel of Fortune, again, is like good luck, success, opportunity as well. So for many, that's why I said in the beginning, when it comes to this sacral chakra, for some, there could be a lack of emotion, and for some there's going to be like over emotion. And when it comes to this particular Wheel of Fortune, for some there's going to be a sense of joy, okay? And that is an emotion. You know, something is going to be successful, something is working out in your favor, you're coming out of a storm, you're beginning a new cycle in areas in your life, okay? So it is acknowledging some heightened emotions in a positive way for my fire signs. And again, just for some, okay, this could also be a situation where you receive some unexpected luck, okay, some unexpected help or assistance to you that's going to kind of overwhelm you with emotion as well. Now, looking at it from a different perspective also, for some, you could be in the month of July going through a crossroad in your life. Okay. And so when we have crossroads, it's pretty much endings and new beginnings. And so anytime we end something, whether it's voluntarily or involuntarily, it does cause an emotional imbalance because we're trying to cut ties with our comfort zone so we can welcome the new. Okay, so either way, it is acknowledging some type of emotion. But for me, it's a lot of good luck, some happiness, some success, some opportunities, endings of difficult cycles, moving into a new beginning. Okay, now we did get some additional clarifying messages to this card. We also have the Four of Swords here. Okay, so for some of my fire signs in the month of July, it's going to be important to take time out to rest. Okay, because again, when this card comes up, it could be acknowledging that someone has been going through some mentally and emotionally challenging situations. Okay, and again, it is acknowledging that that dark cloud that someone has been going through is getting ready to end and is about to be a new beginning. So again, when you're ending and having new beginnings, there could be a lot of mixed emotions. But again, I do feel that for my fire signs needing to take time out in the month of July to rest, to go within, I do encourage meditation in the month of July as well. Okay, for some, okay, this may not apply for everyone. You may find yourself getting ill, you may find yourself getting sick, okay, and needing to take that rest. Okay, for some, you kind of just need to kind of go into a sacred space. And again, that's why I feel like for many, meditation, because meditation, number one, would be very good to kind of balance your sacral chakra. And for many, I feel needing to meditate on your sacral chakra in the month of July as well. Okay, let's see what additional messages came out, because you have one more clarifying card. You have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so again, for many, the sacral energy here is going to be a very satisfying type of energy, because it's acknowledging with this Nine of Cups in a sense of emotional happiness, a sense of peace. Okay, feeling accomplished, you know, feeling as if, you know, whatever hard work that you've put into something, you're now reaping the benefits. And again, it kind of goes back to this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this good luck, this energy. So again, for many of my fire signs, there is some good luck. There is some good news that is heading in your direction. Again, you could be ending a difficult cycle and you're trying to balance your emotions from the difficulties into this new beginning. And so again, working with your sacral chakra, meditating on your sacral chakra as well is going to be very beneficial for my fire signs in the month of July also. Give me a second here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything as well. Okay, so I believe that that's it that I'm coming up with right now for this particular set. So again, changes, endings, new beginnings, take time out to rest, take time out to meditate, take time out to go within, do some contemplation. Okay, but it is acknowledging a sense of Nine of Cups energy. So feeling successful, feeling accomplished, feeling completed, feeling very proud of yourself. Okay, very proud of yourself for whatever accomplishments or whatever unexpected fortune that is coming your way. Okay, but just try to again balance those transitions. Okay, let's see what additional messages that came up for my fire signs. Now we do have mental conflict here. Okay, so in the month of July, my fire signs, it is acknowledging that for some, you would be going through a lot of mental conflict, trying to make certain decisions, okay? Trying to make certain choices, whether it is aspects of yourself, work, relationship, financial situation, okay? So again, it's very important to balance your sacral chakra, okay, because anytime we have mental conflict, it affects our emotions. Okay, so it is acknowledging that there will be some type of conflict in a way. All right, and for me, I do feel that again, you may have already been kind of feeling this energy already. You've been having this mental conflict, but again, this cycle is ending. Okay, now we do have a clarifying message to this mental conflict card, and let's see what came out. So we have the Eight of Cups here. All right. So when it comes to a mental conflict, well, first, when it comes to this Eight of Cups, it is acknowledging someone feels as if they're done all they can do pertaining to blah, blah, blah. The Eight of Cups is acknowledging that someone feels as if they're done all that they can do pertaining to a situation or a person. Okay. This is a sense of contemplating, planning, trying to decide, do I stay or do I go? Okay, so it is acknowledging that again, someone is going to be contemplating. Again, this could be aspects of a relationship, this could be a work related situation, this could be a living situation where someone feels as if, you know, I'm not sure if I'm happy anymore, because again, the cups is water. Water is about emotion, goes back to the sacral chakra. Okay, um, and I feel that a lot of my fire signs will probably go through this energy during this New moon as well as this full moon that's getting ready to come in as well. Okay. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if there's any additional messages that I can give you pertaining to this Eight of Cups energy and this conflict card here for my fire signs. Okay. So yeah, it's like you may be considering this month walking away from a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship, something that no longer serves you. Okay. Now this can also be for some. You could be trying to again decide whether or not to take an offer. Okay. At the end of the day, it's trying to make a decision whether to stay or to go, no matter what the situation is. So you may have some conflict. Again, that's why it's very important to take time out to rest. Because again, if you are centered in your emotions, don't make any quick and hasty decisions, because sometimes we can make decisions based off of emotions and it don't quite work out the way that we hope for. So rest, recuperate, rejuvenate your energies until you feel ready to make certain decisions that you feel will be best for you. Okay. And for some, it is acknowledging if you are considering to walk away from a situation or a person in some way, again, this could be the end of the cycle. And it's going to leave you feeling very peace. You're going to feel peace by leaving this situation, whether this is a partnership or a relationship. You're going to have balanced emotions from it. Okay? All right, so that was your insight, fire signs, when it comes to um, your general. So now let's touch bases on areas of love. Let's see what came out for you guys. You have the strengthening of bond, my fire signs. Okay, so if you are in a relationship, it is acknowledging during the month of July. For some, there could be strengthening of bonds, connecting more. I do feel like for my fire signs in general, needing to ground yourself in the month of July as well. Okay, again, we do have that solar, that sacral chakra, so you want to kind of get balanced in your energies, because I do feel like for some of my fire signs, you may be affected by the moon cycles. We got a lot going on in the month of July. New moon in Cancer. We got the full moon. We got this Mercury retrograde. So we got a lot of things going on as well. Okay. So again, going back to this card, is acknowledging for some of my relationships, you guys are going to kind of be strengthening the bond in a relationship. You guys are going to kind of be working hard, putting forth effort to make a relationship work in some way. You're going to start noticing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So if there has been some challenging times previously, it is acknowledging for some that you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. I do feel with this red border here that this is like some base chakra energy as well. So for some of the relationships in the month of July, could be experiencing maybe some issues with some financial situations, some sense of instability or security, or issues in their home life as well. Um, Now, for my singles, I do feel for my fire signs, if you are single, that this is definitely going to be a month to kind of strengthen yourself, strengthen your solar plexus chakra, strengthen your confidence, your self-esteem, your willpower, your vitality, working more so on yourself, working on grounding yourself. I also feel like for my singles, you may be working more on trying to better get to understand who you are in the month of July, my fire signs. Okay. I also feel like in general, even though this is pertaining to love, I'm feeling the need to say in general, whether you're single or not, because this really doesn't apply to aspects of love. But I feel like many will be strengthening bonds in general with people, whether it is your family members, whether it's your friends or your coworkers. Again, it was not going to apply to everyone. It's only going to apply to a few. But I feel like in the month of July, you could find yourself strengthening your relationships with others. Okay. Let's see what additional message came out for my fire signs for the month of July. So we have soulmate, okay? So again, for those who are in a relationship, for some, you're actually with your soulmate, okay? And again, if there has been some troubling times in the relationship, if there has been some issues with some home life, some financial situations, your stability, your structure, in the month of July, you guys are going to be strengthening your bond. Okay, you're going to be making that connection. You're going to be reigniting that passion. You're going to be building back up that confidence in the relationship. Okay. Now, if you are single, it is acknowledging in the month of July, my fire signs, you could meet that soulmate connection. Okay. Whether this is a soulmate connection in a good friendship, or this is a soulmate connection when it comes to a romantic partnership. Okay. So again, there is opportunity there also. Okay, and it's good if you are single and this energy is coming in, because again, in the month of July for my singles, it looks as if you're going to be working a lot on self. You're going to be working on grounding yourself a little bit more, connecting more with yourself. Okay, I definitely feel as well, again, grounding, being more out of nature, my fire signs, is going to be beneficial to you for the month of July also. Okay, all right. So that's what I'm picking up. Now let's move on to our guidance messages, okay, for my fire signs. Let's see what came out for you guys. You have the butterfly of nurturing. Interesting. It doesn't surprise me, because pretty much that's what we've really been talking about, whether you are in the need of nurturing yourself, because we have the sacral chakra, we have this mental conflict, again, the strengthening of bonds, that's also nurturing, whether you're nurturing yourself or nurturing your relationship. And then we have the soulmate, so trying to build that soulmate connection, okay, whether it's a friendship or partnership. Now for my fire signs, it is acknowledging this is a blue lace agate crystal, okay? So for my fire signs, you may find this crystal to be beneficial to you in the month of July. Now this card talks about time out. It talks about nourishment, and it also talks about self-care, okay? Again, it's kind of going back to this Four of Swords energy. Again, needing to take time out, relax, rejuvenate yourself, meditate, okay? Take time to go within, sacred space. Okay, so let's kind of go more in depth with this particular card here and see what additional messages that this card has for my fire signs. Okay, so when this card comes up, it places a comforting hand on your shoulder. Right now, it's important for you to take time out. You've either been burning the candle at both ends, or have been so busy taking care of others that you've forgotten how amazing that you are. Okay, so again, those emotions, okay, needing to kind of take care of yourself, put yourself priority, because again, you may have been overexerting yourself. Okay, again, there may have been some previous mental conflict going on, and it has been draining you mentally and emotionally in some way. So it's now time in the month of July to take time out for yourself. Okay, it is also acknowledging to be kind to yourself, be gentle to yourself, nourish your body, okay, with healthy foods and healthy beverages. So make sure that you're eating right in the month of July, my fire signs, as well as drinking water, okay? Take strolls along the beach, okay? Walking among tall trees. I love it. Strengthening your bond, connecting more to nature, okay? It's going to be very beneficial for my fire signs in the month of July as well, okay? Anything to nurture your soul in the month of July is very important. Now, when it comes to this particular crystal, this is a soothing and is a nurturing stone, okay? It also aids in emotional healing. Again, we have the sacral chakra, we have the mental conflict, okay? It helps to calm you, and it also helps bring you that peace of mind, which kind of goes back to this Four Swords energy, okay? It also enhances your self-expression, and it also support caregivers as well. So it allows you to be open to receiving the help as well, okay? So that was a powerful message, my fire signs. Let's see what any additional messages that you have for the month of July. You have the Hawk, focus. All right, my fire signs. So in the month of July, Spirit wants you to kind of focus. They want you to choose your priorities and eliminate all your distractions. Okay, because again, you do got some mental conflict going on. Okay, now I do feel like this mental conflict is again trying to make a decision, trying to figure out whether you stay or whether you go. But for some, this mental conflict is coming from drama that is around you. Whether this is people or situations that you are allowing to affect your thoughts. So for my empaths, my fire empaths, be careful. Ground yourself. Do the white light prayer. Have your black tourmaline crystal, your black obsidian, your onyx crystal, okay? But Spirit is wanting my fire signs in general to focus this month. Don't let any distraction stop you from what it is that you need to do, okay? Put your priorities first. Again, maybe for some, for my fire signs, your priority is putting yourself first. Letting go of helping others at this time. And there's nothing wrong with helping others. But sometimes, again, we could get to a place that we forget about our own self. We could forget about nurturing ourselves. So this month, your focus is going to be on you. Putting yourself first. Making yourself and your soul happy. But again, cutting all distractions and choosing your priorities. Getting things done. Building better relationships with things that you know you need to handle. Okay? strengthening that bond in your priorities, cutting back any procrastination, moving forth, moving to the light. Okay? And then last but not least, my fire signs, you have joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Okay, so I'm going to read this card out the book for you guys, and then that will close out you guys reading for the month of July. Let's see what this message has in store for you. Okay, it is acknowledging that you do not need to suffer to grow. You can grow leaps and bounds through joy. True happiness comes from following the indicates of your soul. Do what gives you joy. So again, this month, my fire signs, is about nurturing yourself, nurturing your soul, doing things that brings out the sense of happiness. Okay, because again, for some, you guys may be going through some mental conflict, trying to make some decisions about something. It could be weighing quite heavily on your head, on your mind, and on your heart at this time. Okay, so again, it is acknowledging for you to nurture yourself. Do things this month that is going to fulfill your soul, strengthen your bond with yourself, build up your confidence within yourself. Okay, it is acknowledging for my fire signs to celebrate and have fun, to stop and to embrace life, yourself as well as others. Okay, take steps to expand your joy. Okay, know that you don't need to do it all at once, but you do need to start. So again, it's going back to this particular card, staying focused, cutting your distractions. Time to get going. Okay, don't mean you got to conquer everything overnight, but it's acknowledging you need to start taking some steps in the month of July to bring that sense of joy into areas in your life. Okay, your purpose in life is to feel joy. Okay, all right. Let me see if there's any additional messages that I'm picking up from my fire signs. I believe that that's it. Again, if you are interested in a more in-depth reading with me pertaining to what you can expect in the month of July, please feel free to go to www.spiritualvibrations.org. And until next month, love and light, I hope you have an amazing month of July.